Way back in 2009, I made my first ever commentary where I defended the game Shadow the Hedgehog, but little did I know this was only the beginning, as I had more examples of this game's unfair treatment, and one review in particular was so bad it would create demons for me. Brace yourselves as we now return to the show that said stuff that other people would never be able to get away with nowadays, and the show that thought they were the funniest thing on air next to George Carlin. It's X-Play!
What a crap full of fuck platypus!
Shadow the commentaries. Hey guys, it's Shadow here with a brand new commentary. This one was actually suggested by a friend of mine, Chief Shadow 1750. Remember X-Play and their Metroid Other M review? Well, I've already had the pleasure of ripping on Morgan Webb. Now we rip on both Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler and their Shadow the Hedgehog review. Oh yeah. Most of you will probably know by now that Shadow the Hedgehog is my favourite 3D Sonic game out there, and X-Play, I feel they went the wrong way about reviewing the game. So you could say I'm defending the game, but more importantly I'm doing this to show X-Play's sheer stupidity. So let's get this shitfest over with. Badass intro music is not going to save this atrocity of a review.
Do you like Sonic the Hedgehog games?
But do you think you would prefer them if they actually did not have Sonic the Hedgehog in them?
Oh, what?
If they actually did not have Sonic the Hedgehog in them?
Oh.
Did you even play the game? Because Sonic is in it. He's in the intro, and he's one of the main support characters for the hero side. Now, I know what you're all thinking. They probably meant to say that it's a Sonic game where you can't play as Sonic. Well, I still feel the need to correct what they said, as it just goes to show how such a simple error in the script can lead to a bad slip-up like that.
You're in luck. We've got a Hedgehog game with absolutely none of the stuff that makes the Sonic games cool.
Sonic Labyrinth has been out for 15 years already.
Here's our review of Shadow the Hedgehog.
The legend of Groundhog's Day states that if the groundhog sees his shadow, we can expect another 6 weeks of winter. If there are legends surrounding hedgehogs, it might go a little something like this. Shadow the Hedgehog sucks.
You lie!
Okay, I admit that seemed a bit harsh judgment, but the way things have been with X-Play, I just, don't have any hope for them to give a just and detailed review of this game.
Sadly, it's become painfully obvious that Sega has no idea what to do with the Sonic franchise.
And you say this because? Well, if you ask me, the developers, what they did with this game was take the concept of speed and platforming from the previous games, but for this game they add a few tweaks to the gameplay. So if you ask me, they did seem to know what they were doing. And besides, like you know any better. Oh, and just to let you know also, Sonic Team makes the games and Sega publishes them. Just wanted to clear that up.
And instead of letting it retire peacefully, they slapped some lipstick on it, told it to stop crying, and made it go out and dance for another night. First of all, the gameplay is a letdown. It reminds me of what my ex used to say. I'm not mad at your hedgehog, I'm disappointed.
Is this a joke?
Sure, the basic elements from the Sonic Adventure games are here. The large levels filled with obstacles, enemies, and secret paths for collecting rings.
Congratulations, Adam Sessler. You just contradicted what you said earlier about this game having nothing that made the earlier games good. Great fucking job.
But the character control is ridiculously awkward.
How are the controls awkward? I had no problem controlling Shadow, and the buttons responded just fine for me. My only one complaint I had with the controls was that they were a bit slippery at times, but other than that, they're not that bad. They just take time to get used to.
Shadow spends most of his time gliding about like an ice skater with a brain tumor. And this game has worse camera control than Michael Bay.
Again, I must insist you elaborate on how the camera controls are apparently worse than Michael Bay and how this affects the gameplay. And don't resort to the video did the talking excuse.
Every maneuver is made doubly difficult thanks to that infernal camera. Oh, get over! And in some bizarre attempt to make the game edgy, Sega thought it would be a good idea to introduce firearms into the mix.
Well, I fail to see how that's a bad idea. You see, Sonic Team did it to give Shadow more identity as a character, because in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, people pointed out that Shadow's gameplay was too identical to Sonic's, so they decided to give him guns, vehicles, and chaos powers, and bada bing bada boom, different character, different gameplay. It's not that hard to understand.
The result turns out to be the exact opposite of a good idea. What's that called? Oh yeah, a bad idea.
I was not aware of that.
Sure, you get to blast enemies, but you spend most of your time hunting for ammo and virtually no time running really fast.
Okay, here's my counter-argument to that. Yes, you do hunt for ammo in the levels, but you don't even need the guns to beat some of the levels. They're entirely optional. And as long as you're conservative with ammo, you won't even need to make stops. The game is very generous with ammo, so you do get those moments of running really fast even with the occasional ammo stop. Unless you suck at the game and waste all your ammo like an idiot, which I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case here.
Which is what the whole franchise is based on.
How many times do we need to say this before it gets through everyone's thick heads? Sonic games are not just about speed, they're about platforming as well. Even in the original Sonic the Hedgehog, there are only a handful of levels which involved speed. The rest was platforming. So no, the franchise is not all about speed. I mean, if that was the case, then Sonic Adventure 2 Battle would be a piece of shit compared to Sonic and the Secret Rings.
What's worse is this game could be construed as racist.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The black aliens.
Black aliens.
Committed by the black aliens.
Black
aliens. Eliminate the black aliens.
Kill them all.
We must stand united to defend our world against these invaders.
That president seems a little too concerned with the real estate value of his planet now that the black aliens have moved in. I bet if it were white aliens, everyone would be all hugs, smiles, and welcome baskets.
Oh my god. Adam Sessler, are you a fucking moron? You're saying, oh, the president is worried about the planet because of the black aliens. Of course he's fucking worried. The aliens are destroying the planet. Oh, but you think they're only trying to stop them because they're black aliens and not white aliens. Not at all to do with the fact that they're destroying the friggin' planet. Do you even realise how stupid that statement was? This game is not promoting racism, and if anything, you're more racist than this game because you made the separation between black and white, you fucking jackass.
I don't believe this guy.
The tragic part of all this is that any hint of racism makes real hedgehogs cry.
I hate to break it to you, but that isn't a real hedgehog. It's just a Sonic plush.
But enough of this negativity. Let me think of something good to say about Shadow. Something good.
I could think of at least 10 things good about the game.
Here we go. The levels. They're big, and there's a lot of them.
But because he couldn't be asked to go into any proper detail, the levels are also awesome because they are varied in their design and have variety to them. They have missions alongside just getting from point A to point B, and you can choose your own story path to take. I think that kicks ass myself.
The only other bright spot in this game is this guy.
It's time to make all final preparations for our ritual.
It's good to see Dr. Claw getting some VO work after Inspector Gadget. We actually dug up some of the outtakes in that recording session. Let's take a listen.
Does it say, I'm going to fet you, Shadow, or is that a typo? Get you? Okay. 3, 2, 1. I'll get you next time, Shadow, next time. What? Okay, I just thought I'd throw that in for the fans, but okay. It's your destiny. The power emeralds are... Oh, sorry guys, my bad. Just one second.
I told you never to call me here. Seriously. Later.
Sorry about that, boys. Okay, let's back to one.
Okay, I will admit that was kind of funny. But on the other hand, what does it have to do with reviewing the game? If it doesn't have much of a purpose, you could maybe cut it down to avoid it seeming like it's just padding.
Ultimately, this Shadow leaves us completely in the dark. We give Shadow the Hedgehog a 1 out of 5.
Damn it.
Let me just fix that rating for you. There we go.
Shadow, your obsession with the so-called misdeeds of the black aliens is more than a little offensive.
Did you ever consider that the white aliens may have just been doing the same damage?
Oh god, don't bring this up again, or I'll be forced to direct you to an earlier point in the video.
But through corporations or discriminatory laws?
Ways that are accepted by the gun-toting hedgehogs policing the streets. Hedgehogs that would shoot a brother dead if they found him in the wrong neighborhood.
So essentially what we're saying is race war is the only answer.
Right. For the record, I'm 1/64th Indian princess.
Does this have anything to do with reviewing the game, or is it just filler? Either way, review's over. So yeah, whether you like or dislike Shadow the Hedgehog as a game, I'm sure we can all agree that X-Play's review was complete bollocks. Most of the complaints they had with the game centered around the fact that they suck at the game and they think that black aliens are racist. You know, Adam, it's not always a bright idea to bring up stuff like racism in your reviews, because the way you talked about it, it could give others the wrong idea. So I'm sure you can see why I think Shadow the Hedgehog has been judged unfairly by reviewers. If you want an intelligent Shadow the Hedgehog review, watch Game Trailer's review on it, because they actually gave the game a fair chance. And I'm also going to say this, don't watch X-Play, because Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb are a pair of morons who don't know shit about the games they review. Instead, watch GameSpot or Game Trailer's reviews. Heck, go watch IGN's reviews, because they are more professional than these clowns. So that's all I gotta say. This is Shadow saying goodbye, take care, and Sonic Fan 5200, it's great that you finally listened to criticism and apologised.
It's official. You suck.